It's not a problem at all.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Eastwar.
What?
Wait, what? Hold up! Hold up! Wait, did she just say it's not a problem? Eastwar, what the heck? How is it not a problem? Explanation, Eastwar, now.
Phew. I guess it's over for now.
Alright, so now something... Do we have them here?
It ended a lot quicker than I imagined, but I guess that means less of a mess to clean up, right?
You would think, but Saturn... I think the outcome is exactly the same.
Well, I guess Nep isn't so bad at battling after all.
No? No, she's the protagonist. She is quite powerful. How powerful? Well, as far as next form goes, I'm pretty sure she's the most adept at using it. So if we're talking about next form Neptune, I think she could beat pretty much any other CPU. Besides, oh, could she beat Ray? Yeah, I think so. I feel like she could beat Ray, and if Uzume doesn't use any of her abilities, she could beat Uzume as well. So, I think you could say she is the strongest. She could definitely take Iris Heart in next form, no doubt about that.
Duh! I'm so happy I won!
So is the real you here?
That's right. So, the history from this era is settled now, right? Yeah, I think so. Is there any way we can verify that?
The books, right?
We'll probably have to just go check the books in the library.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Alright, let's go.
You know, we could probably just ask Histoire directly. And there she goes.
Well, that's no fun, you know? It's...
Ugh. Segami is so obsessed with this history stuff.
Well, if again, she is who I think she is. She's lived through all of it, so of course she would be.
Nep, you could bear to, I don't know, show a little enthusiasm towards changing the very fabric of time.
That is a very good point, IF.
Well, I'm a bike now, Iffy. A speed machine. And machines don't care about such trivial human things.
Neptune. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was hoping she could get fixed by going there, and she's still a bike. So, this may be... That is a terrible fate, though. Come on, you gotta get Neptune out of the bike eventually.
Machines don't run their mouth either.
Well, some do.
Ouch. I know our friendship is fiery and passionate, but you don't gotta be so rude.
Like, copy-paste. Yeah, like, copy-paste ran his mouth all the time, so...
Yeah, okay, whatever, Nep.
What? Ah! There's my girl Segami screaming about something again.
Probably, I'm gonna take a guess and say everything we did was pointless, and... Because we stopped Uzume from... Well, we stopped Dreamcast, but I have told Dreamcast to run, and Uzume ran after her. So, that fight still probably happened later on. Game Gear and Netgear, we didn't do anything. And they said they could even remember fights that we didn't even witness. So, I'm pretty sure that they didn't change. We just saw Saturn and Neptune's fight didn't change, and Plutia ran after Mega Drive after we left. So, basically, we did absolutely nothing.
Maybe she read something in a history book that wasn't quite resolved.
Like everything.
Iffy,
Whoops.
you must be tired of babysitting that girl by now.
Well, I would say she's doing two people Neptune, but...
I kinda wish I was on the opposite team, actually.
I'd make a pretty great villain, and I'd love some awesome powers.
IF, what the heck? IF, what the heck?
Hey, why are you screaming?
Oh, check this out. Just look. Sure. Wow. Very strange. Yeah, so I can't read. I don't have eyeballs right now. I'm a bike, remember?
I don't buy that. You've been saying things all the time. Oh, and if somebody's gonna say Neptune's illiterate, I don't buy that for a second either. I'm pretty sure she's read things before. All right. Yeah, anyways.
Then can you stop butting in? Here, let me look. Huh?
Iffy, I want to know too. Read it out loud.
Well, Saturn's pride was really damaged,
and her battle with Net became much more intense.
Oh.
So history didn't change at all. Ugh. What was all that hard work for then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we basically did nothing.
It wasn't put to waste. The history we lost was still regained.
But that is a good point. So, obviously there is... Well, I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, this is so annoying. It's all that bastard's fault. IF, let's go beat the crap out of it.
Yeah, okay, so I think Segami just confirmed it is his fault.
Now that we've got history back, we'd be able to take that idiot down without a problem.
If only I'd realized that, you know, last episode, but it's okay.
Hold on, you don't know that. And if we lose again, we don't know if we'll be able to make it back here.
I mean, I think Segami's the cause, so I would think so.
Yeah, I guess. But still, we should try.
Yeah, I mean, and Segami should have... Where is Saturn and Neptune? Okay, I was just about to say, wait a minute, she's supposed to have the 4 elements now. She doesn't have... But we have Saturn, but, you know, it's a clone. If Saturn is that OP, we need the real one, you know? So, but anyways. Well, I mean, look at the tower behind you. I would think that's very futuristic. Yeah, I mean, like, hopefully we won't come to a point where all the books are, you know, digitalized. Now it's a giant wasteland. Although, Neptune, if there is anybody I do not blame in this entire situation, it is you. You were just defending yourself. You ran away from Saturn the entire time until she cornered you. So, yeah. Everybody else, I think, has some blame to it. Well, I mean, you know, you don't have to have a great imagination, although I would think Neptune would have a great imagination. Yep. I am not surprised at all she mentioned the Fist of the North Star. I'm not surprised at all. Is that Saturn's voice? It's been so long. But you know, personally, I got... See, for Mega Drive and, well, no, Mega Drive... I think that's part of the reason why Saturn was third, is because I thought Mega Drive's voice actor and Dreamcast voice actor did so much better. Although, not that I had a problem with Saturn's VA, but I don't think it was exceptional, at least in my opinion. Her Japanese VA I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna agree with a lot of things. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Saturn, no matter what, was so tempted to take Neptune down, and now all of a sudden, oh, we agree on something. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. It's messed up that you're used to her as a bike talking. Now I get a feeling there's 2 of them. But we should be able to fit... How does... Well, yeah, I just get the feeling there's 2 of them. Yep, yep. Because that's just... I mean, IF, we went... Here's what I'm thinking. Segami... Because why I said... The version, I'm not going to call it Chaos Control, but it reminds me a lot of Chaos Control. And where it's not just time that you go through, it's also space. And in this sense, they didn't just go back in time. It seems like they also, like, his, you know, Segami took, or maybe they did. Either way, I think you can have 2 of all the others as well. Because we've been taking, well, yeah, I just think you can have 2 of all the others in the same sense. Although Neptune being stuck in a time bike that might have something to do with it, but...
いや、私に言われても。っていうか、わざとらしすぎるよ。あれのどこが可愛いの？
No, I think a lot of people would say it is.
そこはお約束のボケで。いや、可愛いよね。客観的に見てもかなり可愛い部類に入るんじゃないかと。
Am I one of those people? I'm not sure.
どうでもいいわよ。それよりさっさと出て行きなさいよ。あんたの体はあっちでしょ？
But there's another one in there.
叩かないで。痛い。でもどうして戻らないのかな。あら、そこはほら、主人公補正だよ。
Did not mean to do that. But yeah, yeah, you could say that.
なんか私たちそっちのけで盛り上がってるわね。
Although Saturn looks a lot more calm and normal. I really wish she and Noir could meet. But anywho, also, that's not exactly true what Neptune said. Segami's been doing pro tag stuff this entire time. After all, she reversed time. That's a pro tag thing.
我ながらバイクの私に嫉妬してしまうよ。
You shouldn't. Please don't.
あ、そうだ、愛ちゃん。仲間になったんだからバイク乗せて。
Really?
私に乗られちゃうの？
Although to be honest, it fits Neptune much better than it fits IF, which makes perfect sense, but which also makes me think of the idea of having a Neptunia racing game. Interesting.
それってなんだかインモラルな。でもドキドキしちゃう。
Okay, you know what? So many of you were mentioning a lot of things about, well, you know, I'm not gonna talk about it, alright? That's not what I do. Well, but just... No comment, alright? No comment.
意味不明なこと言ってんじゃないわよ、このバカ。
I don't think it was nonsense.
IF のマジギレは珍しいね。
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true.
あのさ、とりあえずしばらく厄介になるってことでいいのよね。
Darn it, Saturn. I really feel like you shouldn't be all chummy with us. Out of all the people, your reason was the worst. Like, I could somewhat understand Uzume and Dreamcast, because history has been, you know, they saw a history of fighting, so they were convinced the other was evil. Nepgear and Gengar weren't really fighting each other, they were just trying to solve a conflict. Gengar just had a terrible idea for it. And Plutia and Mega Drive, well, you know what, I'm not even going to talk about that situation, but I understand both of their reasons. Either way, yours is just... You see Neptune. You see what she's doing. You've seen for a while she hasn't done anything evil. And even when she... You're honestly the worst, Saturn.
よろしく頼むね。
But of course Segami would be happy.
私、この人たちに馴染める気しないんだけど。
You should be fine with Mega... Clearly Mega Drive talked to you, right? So you should already know Mega Drive.
大丈夫。案外すぐ慣れると思うよ。
But I think she's talking about IF and Neptune and Neptune. Neptune and Neptune. I can just see the comments on this episode already. Neptune herself has joined Aloof Warrior. Well, I can't say that's not appropriate. And Saturn has joined Sorcerer. Oh, that's very appropriate. Dadgummit. Her magic is OP. Okay! That's nice. I'm Sega Saturn. It's a pleasure. Try to master my power. Huh. Console collector. By the way, I did get a couple of achievements also while I was offline. I got 1 million credits. I think I also broke the damage limit. And some other things as well. But the main act has arrived, everybody. It's me, everyone's favorites, Neptune. I am what you might call the ultimate protagonist. I guess Iffy and Segami are the protags in this game, but really, you all... Neptune, you're in denial. You're in denial! If anything, you are a side character. Alright, and... real quick, what did you want? Oh, new formation. What does that do? And what formation did I... Yeah, I had damage limit break. Huh. That doesn't really seem too useful. Not that much. By the way, what are the Lily ranks for everybody? No. That makes sense. Alright. And what did you have to say? I can understand that. Kid A and where you're at. Okay. So you're good now, right? Alright, because I need you in order to make intros. So, although, I'm pretty sure not for this intro. Should I go to Segami first before I report this? Yeah, let's go to Segami first. Oh. Do we have voices?
Segami? Hey! Segami!
Alright.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. What are you doing out here?
Yeah, weren't you so eager to beat the time eater?
Oh, nothing. I guess I was a little zoned out. I've just been staring out there into the wasteland.
Yeah, it's when you think about it, you know, that she was trying, this is what she was trying to prevent. It is a very noble cause, which, you know, I never doubted that, but, you know, time isn't, sometimes you gotta live with your mistakes, you know?
Well, that's okay, but you should have told me you were gonna leave. Oh, right. Sorry. You don't seem like yourself lately. What's the matter? I'm just having a weird day, IF.
Is this not been only one day? Yeah, I don't think it was. That's a lot to do in one day. Even with time travel being considered.
We don't need to talk about it if you don't want to, but we're getting ready to leave, so come back soon, okay? Hey, do you... Do you think this world will be okay?
Well, I mean, she's been living in it. I mean, she looks like she's been surviving for quite a while.
What do you mean? Well, we're working hard to prevent history from disappearing, right?
Yeah.
Yet, despite everything we've done, this era still ends up looking like this.
Well, again, this wasn't exactly... Changing this wasn't the goal. It was just to observe history, to make sure, you know, time didn't disappear, so...
There isn't much we can do about that now, Segami. Weren't you born and raised here? Yeah, weren't you?
IF, really?
I... don't know.
Although I can understand, that's a logical thing to come across, but she fell from the sky! Like...
I know you don't have your memories back yet, but come on, where else would you have come from?
Well...
Well, forget about that for now. IF, has anything in this world ever moved you? Have you ever been truly happy here?
I don't really think so, actually.
Well...
Because it does not seem like it.
Well, what? If I'm being honest, I think a big reason I go on these adventures is to, I don't know, find my joy.
Well, that makes sense.
But have you ever been happy, IF? I don't know, maybe. No, wait, I'm not saying that, just... Look, it's not so bad here.
Well, and tell her what's good about it, although I do think you could, you know, start planting some trees or something, you know.
You know, I never thought I'd be traveling through time with weirdos like you and Nep.
Yeah, but neither one of them, I think, are from this era, so...
Hey, can you not call me a weirdo?
Well, I mean, Segami, that is, I mean, you know...
I'm being honest with you here. Face it, you and Nep are both oddballs.
So to be fair, you know, it's all opinionated, and yeah, everybody has their quirks in this game. That's what makes them interesting.
Okay, whatever. This might be fun for you now, but what happens when we're done? You'll be here, in this sad, empty little world.
Well, again, you know, she could work to make it better. That's always an option.
You never change your tune, do you? Do you still want to change history that badly, Segami? Yeah, I do. You're a passionate one, I'll give you that. But why? Why are you so desperate to change it? I don't feel settled, and it just needs to happen. I think I'll feel alright once we do change it.
Although I still feel like getting rid of the CPUs is... Because Mega Drive seemed to allude that them being here kind of messed things up. Not that it's their fault, just that, you know, whoever placed them there, well, it's their fault, but, you know, just that they're... I don't know. That might be too meta, but... anyways.
You don't feel settled. You think you'll feel alright. You don't have any basis for any of this, do you? Oh, come on, IF. Do you need me to rephrase it for you? I'm positive it'll be alright.
Are you?
But how, Segami? How do you know that it's gonna be okay? I guess I can't know for sure. You're right. You don't know for sure. It's going to be fine. I just know it. If I didn't fully believe that, I'd be a little worried.
You do seem worried, though.
But I'm not. I'm not worried at all.
Alright.
Maybe you have a vague memory of something that's giving you the confidence to talk like this?
Yeah, I do think... considering who I think she is, I think she... Well, I've said it many times.
It's possible, I suppose.
Though, even though I say it many times, it's always possible that it's not heard, so...
So, will you help me? Help you? Change history? Are you really satisfied with the current state of this world? You're being way more serious than usual.
Well, I think she was always serious. She just... You know, she was never... Her dedication never wavered. It's just that, you know... We went through all that, and nothing happened, so... Now she's trying to, you know... She's trying to refine it. She's like, okay... Is nothing still happen? Like... it just... You know, yeah, I think that makes sense.
I'm always this serious.
Yeah, like I was saying, she's always been 100% focused. And again, my recording's about to run out. Be right back.
I should have brought Nep. I'm sure she'd have a perfect joke to break the tension right now.
We don't need to break the tension necessarily. There's nothing wrong with the serious moment.
Take me seriously. This isn't a time for making dumb jokes.
Yeah.
Now there's a classic Segami reaction I'm familiar with. Let me think about it for a little while, okay? How long are you gonna take? If you're gonna rush me, I can already tell you I'm gonna say no. Fine. Think fast.
Gotta work with her, Segami.
Where are you going? You're gonna leave soon, right? I'm gonna get a head start.
What are you talking about?
She's so damn moody. She wants to change history, huh? Maybe I should talk about this to somebody.
Eastwar would be a good start.
Who could I talk to about it?
Or Mega Drive. Violet series. Wait a minute.
It's not a problem at all.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Eastwar.
What?
Wait, what? Hold up! Wait, did she just say it's not a problem?
You seem surprised.
You answered me so quickly. Were you really listening?
I was. You asked if changing history would be problematic in the future, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your response was...
It's not a problem. None at all.
Eastwar, what the heck? How is it not a problem?
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely.
Explanation, Eastwar, now.
I mean, if you were going to change something, whatever comes out of said change is the new history.
Yeah, I honestly did think that was the rate she was going. She's like, well, I mean, as far as time goes, you know, time's still gonna be safe. It's just things change. But that's exactly what she's worried about. You know, like, can IF not be born, for example? I mean, if you change that much, there's a good chance, I would think.
Well, hold on. But that's bad, isn't it? Isn't history already determined up until this current point in time? I'm talking about going into the past and physically altering historical moments that already happened.
IF, you need to realize that history isn't static. There is no such thing as definite history.
That's the problem. you know?
Wait a second, what?
In regards to things that occurred in the past, someone has to observe it in order for it to become history.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
If the person who recognizes it and interprets it changes, that history will change. Haven't you experienced this?
Well, there, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. No. Just the fact that I read books, where people who, it's basically like the victors write history. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of, anyways.
Consider the way opinion of the general public functions now. New information always changes a person's perception.
That is true, but I mean, what happened still happened, Eastwar, still, regardless of how an event came to, or how the world came to be, it doesn't matter if
But that's just something different altogether. You're just talking observations. You're just talking perspective.
That's exactly right.
That's not the same thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about directly interfering with natural history.
I mean, here's the only thing that I could see, because I remember, I don't want to say what anime that was, because that's a spoiler for that anime. But I even had that theory in that anime. If you change something to where what everybody else, like for example, you're trying to save somebody who died, you could do that, I think. But what what SEGA is trying to do is literally change the entire world, make it a much happier place, and that is going to affect a lot of people's lives in the present time. So, I mean, you're literally talking about the most significant events and changing them.
I actually feel like they're similar, IF. Intervention and interpretation both alter the existence of history.
I would say interpretation, it matters with the present time, on what people think about past events. But if you intervene in something, Histoire, I think they could be the same. I don't think they're the same for this exact instance.
That strangely makes sense, but
only halfway.
what about that story where someone goes into the past and kills your parents?
There's a good example.
Well, you have two possibilities. One being that there's nothing you can do to kill your parents.
What? Are you saying, like, if IF went to go kill her parents, that she couldn't do it?
History has the power to fix itself, remember? If a change is too drastic, then it's impossible.
Okay. Well, I would think stopping the fights is a pretty drastic change.
What's the other possibility?
If your parents died before you were born, IF, then you would still be born by means of a different set of parents.
Wait, what? I've seen this. I think this has only happened like one time where I've seen time done like this. But then, alright, here's my logic then, right? So you're saying that IF would exist no matter what. Then how could her parents die? I mean, that should mean that Let me hear what she has to say.
Really?
For example, I am currently experiencing you giving me help. According to history, your existence is necessary.
Continue.
However you arrive at this point, whoever gives birth to you, whether it be humans or aliens or dogus, is irrelevant.
Oh. It's just like the library saving the CPUs and the Sega hard girls. They're important to history, therefore they must exist. And in order for history to fix itself, IF and her bike must come to Histoire. Henceforth, for IF specifically, she will survive. Well, that's kind of selfish, but I mean, I guess that does work. Okay, I understand.
Are you following?
I think I follow you now, Histoire.
Well, it's just all so shocking.
So we can change the world, and IF will still live. And I'm pretty sure, basically, all 10 of these people in our party are important to history. And it doesn't matter if we change it, they will. That's incredibly selfish. Like, what if I lived in this world? I probably wouldn't be born.
So if my grandfather married someone else, there's a big chance I would have still been born anyway. That's it, right?
I would still like to meet your parents one day, yours and Compa's. Especially Compa's, but didn't Compa have this grandfather? Like, my grandfather always said, I would like to meet Compa's grandpa.
Yes. There are varying opinions on this, but this is how I've come to interpret it.
Well, for this, and from everything I've learned in this game so far about how time works, it's like a living being. I can understand that.
I've been keeping Segami from changing things throughout history so we don't alter the future.
That's good. You shouldn't be changing things everywhere you go. It would cause too many fluctuations in history.
So what's classified as too many then?
I did ask you specifically to try and avoid changing anything.
Yeah, you did.
I could have explained things more thoroughly, I suppose. I thought you were aware. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, Histoire has been a little, what is it, absent-minded, I guess, in this game. So...
No, that's okay. I assumed too much. So, in the end, history is a lot more undefined and imprecise than I originally thought.
I guess you could say that.
That's one way of putting it. I might suggest that rather than calling it sloppy, I would call it fluid.
I like that too.
I have a question. Would it be okay for me to help Segami?
I believe that's up to you. Let me give you a fair warning, however.
A warning?
History's restorative powers. As mentioned previously, if a portion of history can't be fixed, it's set. But when history is changed in a big way, it becomes a problem.
And I'm pretty sure this is the biggest thing you can do.
History will, in layman's terms, push back, because that kind of fix is quite an arduous undertaking.
So is that why the SEGA heart? I doubt it, because of what people said. Quite honestly, I doubt that because if that were the case, that would mean that. Well, anyways.
It pushes back. How?
Well, let's say history determines that a large change is too difficult of a burden. It may suddenly decide, I might as well erase this whole dang thing.
I like how she said dang. That's very much like me, Histoire. Which, by the way, if I hadn't mentioned, Histoire's VA, I am very used to just voicing peaceful characters, so I rarely hear them curse. Ironically, the first character I heard, Hinata, I did hear them. Anyways, that's a different story, but...
That sounds crude and unusual.
I just explained it in a way that was easy to follow. The true situation is much more serious. Or perhaps mythical.
Well, I mean, we saw the Time Eater eat time, so... Is the Time Eater... No, that wouldn't... Is the Time Eater the reason? I don't know. I don't know. Let me keep going.
I know. Thanks for explaining it all to me. I'll keep it in mind.
Like, is a Time Eater cleaning up the... Again, that assumes that the CPUs shouldn't be there in the first place. Just like, the CPUs were injected. The Time is like, oh no, this is a really huge change. Time Eater's like, okay, I'm going after those parts. And IF and Segami went to observe it, and then it became more defined as history. In a sense, that's probably not it, but I like to think that's an interesting theory. Oh, it's Jenny. Are you stuck? I'll walk you through the Jenny way of playing games. Yeah? I won't forget. And there's another Segami event. when are we starting this game? Okay. And what do you have to say? Okay. No surprises. No, no. Oh, I forget. Where are the plans? It's been too long. Is it? Yeah, it's here. Halts the surprise attack. Meh, why not? Ooh. Shoot, did I? Great, I think I actually messed up. I meant to do Saturn and Neptune join. Yeah, I meant to do a separate save file so I could go back and fight Neptune. And I don't think I can do that anymore. Alright, just in case, we haven't, Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Fancy Fencer? What happened to Aloof Warrior? And I like how it's Fancy Fencer instead of Fairy Fencer. But deceive your enemies while attacking. That's interesting. And then Sorceress. Okay. Just in case. Oh, and there's one more thing. I'm pretty sure Neptune got another, yeah, she got Violet. Which is wow, that's a lot stronger, yeah. Yep. It's a nice look. By the way, I don't like doing this, but, let me show you guys something. So, Nepgear, right? Lilac Mark II. You already saw Neptune has Violet. And Plutia has basically like the 32X. So, anybody want to tell me why Uzume doesn't have anything? What is this? This game is biased! By the way, guys, another thing, people were talking about, you know, I need to calm down. Obviously, I know it's a game. I'm trying to embrace that part. I'm trying to make my commentary more... let me give you an example of how I normally would talk. Alright, so we got this. I mean, Uzume doesn't have a processor. Nah, that's whatever, man, you know? Like, alright, let's continue. Let's move on to the game. You know, I talk like this. I talk in a much more, you know, I guess animated mode. I do, but it doesn't mean what I'm thinking is necessarily different. But when people say, like, don't overreact, it's like even the normal things that I say. Like, instead of me saying, oh yeah, that's true, I say, well yeah, that's true. You know, just to try to add something to it. Because I find just talking normally is quite boring. So, yeah, anyways, on the very serious side, I'm not crazy, alright? I'm not crazy. I was expecting to have blue cast. Where's my blue cast? Alright? Anyways. And actually, I need to check something. Okay, well, I will say this. None of the other CPUs that I can see... Where's Plutia? There she is. Oh, well, actually, Plutia... Wow. Okay, for some reason, Plutia has a lot of processors. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's probably because I finished all her missions. Because looking at it, I got a lot of spirals. And, well... Yeah, ignoring this one. This one just showed up, you know, but... I'm pretty sure it's because of the amount of missions that I completed. Which is why I was trying to complete these off camera, but... the fact that I couldn't do the classes, that kind of... I wanted to increase... But another thing, it seems like the CPUs in IF are tied to the Phoenix Wing. The Phoenix is very hard to defeat. He's incredibly hard to defeat. He's basically like the Time Eater. I don't think you can... I probably could have tried using some poison, But I'll have to show you guys. And I could have done the turtle shell, but I didn't want to fight another boss and get more levels, without. I just didn't want to do that. So, anywho, Segami wants us again. So let me save one more time. We'll check the shop later. Let's right now continue. And now it's time for the question of the day. And for this one, just like how last episode we had who's your favorite Sega hard girl, this episode, who is your favorite CPU? Planetune CPU. So yeah, I asked this question actually on Twitter, but this will be a lot bigger audience, and it has to be in this playthrough. So please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.